Hey guys, I'm Steph and welcome to my beauty stash. Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you all so much for watching another one of my videos. Today we are going to be playing with glitter eyeshadow, and I have two new brushes to my stash that I cannot wait to start playing around with, and I'm going to see which one outperforms the other. So over here on my left hand I have the NYX, it's the dual-ended silicone glitter applicator, glitter and shimmer applicator brush. Both sides, guys, and you can see I've been using this for a little bit. Both sides are actually silicone. It's not a brush at all. I mean, it looks like a brush. It's in the shape of a brush, but that is actually a silicone applicator on one side, or on each side, I should say. You can clearly see that one side is larger than the other, and over here on this side, you do have a nice little point so that you can really get up there in the inner corner of your eye and put that shimmer there. So I've been using this maybe for, let's see, 5 times already, and I used it a lot with the new Tati Beauty palette that just came out, and I'll link the video for that up here. So when Sephora had their holiday sale not too long ago, I knew I was going to pick up the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde eyeshadow palette, and I also saw that they came out with a collection of brushes to accompany this palette. I didn't pick up those brushes, but there was one brush in the set that I was really intrigued with, and it is this brush right here. And I'm really glad that they sold them separately, because at first they weren't. They were just selling them as a set. But this is, and I want to get the name of this right, this is the Huda Beauty Eye Fender Blender. Now, this side right here, as you can see, I was already testing it out. This side right here is pure silicone. Okay, so just like the one on the NYX, it's a little pointed, it's a little smaller, and this pure silicone right here. Now on this side, this is your felt tip applicator, and this is the side I was most intrigued with, because I wanted to see, it's been years that I use these type of brushes, but I wanted to see how it would work with my shimmers, with my pressed glitters, and all that good stuff. The only thing I'm not too sure about when it comes to using like these sponge type eyeshadow brushes is, how do you clean them? How do you keep them from not breaking apart? The price point for each brush is very similar. So the NYX brush right here, and this is the number 36 brush, this one retails for $12 on the Ulta website, but of course, Ulta's always running specials on their NYX products, so I got this one buy one, get one half off. For the Huda Beauty Eye Fender Blender brush, this one retails for $15, and since I picked it up during the Sephora holiday sale, I got it for 12 bucks. So really, really similar in price point, and but just slight differences in them. This one is both sides that are silicone, and this one does have the little felt tip. All right, so I have pretty much all of my makeup on with the exception of my eyes. I want to do something really light and neutral in the crease, so I'm going to dip into the new Mini Controversy eyeshadow palette from the Shane Dawson by Jeffree Star Cosmetics launch. Really been loving the collection, guys. I was able to pick up both palettes, and I wanted to get a liquid lip, but sadly with the chaos that day on the Jeffree Star website, I was only able to add the palette bundle. So I will be doing a video with that very soon. Stay on the lookout for that. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is Cry on My Couch, and I'm just going to apply that all over my eyelid. I love this shade. It just gives the perfect neutral base to start any eye look with. Now I'm going to dip in with Diet Root Beer, and I'm going to apply that all over my crease area. This is going to be my transition color, and it's pretty much going to be the only matte eyeshadow other than Cry on My Couch that I'm going to use on my eyes today. Really do love that color. Perfect shade. So I have 4 different palettes in front of me that we're going to be playing around with today. The first one is going to be the Mercury Retrograde Huda Beauty palette. I'm mainly going to focus on the shimmer and pressed glitters that are in here. I also have a Milani palette, and this is the Undeniably Gilded palette. I picked this up over the summer, so I wanted to see if we could incorporate some of that. And then I also pulled out the So Jaded by Kathleen Lights and ColourPop. I haven't used this one in a while since I think I filmed with it last, but there are a couple pressed glitters in there, and I do enjoy using ColourPop eyeshadows and ColourPop products. And the first thing that I want to do is I want to try going in with a shimmer shade on the lid. And for that, which palette am I going to dip into? I think I will go in. I haven't tried the Mercury Retrograde yet at all, and I've been so anxious to try it. I do plan on filming a video with it very soon. I'm going to go in with Galaxy right here, and I'm going to try applying that all over my eyelid. And of course, I'm going to use the Huda brush for that, and I'm going to use the felt tip applicator side, and we're going to see how that works. So you do get a little bit of fallout, and then that's what let me show you what it looks like on the brush. Okay, so let's see. Oh, you know what I need to do first, guys? I'm going to put some powder under my eyes so that in case I get fallout, I can just brush that away when I'm done. Now I'm looking at the brush and it looks like there's not much on it. I'm going to pick up a little bit more. And so I had to dip back in several times to get the payoff. I don't know that I like doing that, and it feels like a little sponge, right? You know those old school little, let me get one to show you. So this is a Rimmel eyeshadow palette, and all of the Rimmel eyeshadow palettes, they come with a little brush like this, and this part is a little sponge applicator as well. So these two are very, very similar. They're both that little spongy texture, and I'm not too sure that it feels a little rough when you're applying, but I mean, I guess it did a good job. I'm going to try going in the traditional way just by using a little synthetic brush. I'm going to use this one right here. So this is what I would normally use to apply that type of eyeshadow, and normally I would wet it, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to see if that, I'm going to try doing the other eye. I think they both look pretty much identical to each other. Now, I don't know about wetting this. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to use the Mario Badescu facial spray, and we're going to see what happens when I wet it. Typically, I would wet any brush that I'm going to use a shimmer with. So let's see how this does. Oh, I feel fallout on my face. But it does, of course, intensify the color. The only thing that I would be afraid with is if you keep wetting it, I feel like it's gonna break apart. I don't know. I just don't feel like it's very sturdy. You know what I mean? Especially because it's just a little sponge. See, this is the way I would normally do it. I would just get a little brush, wet it, and then go in and apply my shimmers. Okay. All right. So I think it did just fine. As far as the silicone side, I want to try the silicone with a shimmer now. So I'm going to pick up the NYX one. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Old Fashioned right here. Now I'm going to work that mainly in the outer portion of my eyelid. And I'm going to take the smaller portion of the NYX silicone brush. Looks like there. I don't know that I like that either. I mean, it's laying down the color. I don't feel like you can blend it. See, like right there, I'm trying to blend it and it just, I don't know. Ugh, no, I don't like the way this eye came out at all. So I'm just gonna get a little blending brush, a clean blending brush, and just kind of save the day here. I think the silicone part is going to be better for the pressed glitters, and I think if you're going to want to use this with shimmers, the silicone part, you're just going to want to use it to where you can just press it in a certain area, not where you like really have to blend anything. I think that is what is going to work better. Now let's dive in to some pressed glitters. I am anxious to try the glitters with these brushes, and I'm going to use the larger part of the NYX silicone applicator. The first pressed glitter that I'm going to go in with is going to be from the So Jaded ColourPop by Kathleen Light's eyeshadow palette, and we're going to take the shade Topaz and work that on the middle to outer portion of the eyelid. That's what it looks like. That's what I picked up. Let's try it. Whoa, that is chunky glitter. Of course, you can already start to see the fallout. Oof. I'm kind of just dabbing it on there. I think it did a good job with applying that. The ColourPop pressed glitters are a little, for me, a little difficult to work with. The Tati Beauty ones are, oh my god, those are so creamy. They go on so well. You don't get a ton of fallout with them. And this brush really played nicely with that Tati Beauty palette. This is the NYX brush. And I don't know, sometimes these ColourPop glitters can just get too chunky for me. I don't reach for them that often, but I did want to try them for this look. Now, let's go in with one of the Huda Beauty pressed glitters. I'm going to go in with Gold Glitch right here. I'm going to apply that towards the middle and inner portion of my eyelid. And now I'm going to try using the little felt tip applicator, little sponge part, to do that with, and let's see how that works. You really have to like press and dig in there. I don't know that I like this felt tip for the pressed glitters. As you can see, I'm getting a ton of fallout. That's because I am kind of aggravating the ColourPop glitter that was there. I'm blending a little bit on top of it, so it's like all falling off. And of course, I didn't use a glitter glue because I want to see how all this works on its own. All right, I'm going to take the other side of the Huda Beauty Fender Blender, and this is the silicone side. I'm going to dip back into that same shade. Whoa, whoa, wow. Definitely the silicone applicator for pressed glitter. Like, hands down. That just worked a gazillion times better. The silicone, this side of the brush, works so much better with the pressed glitters. Just amazing. Like, I absolutely love that. All right, so I don't want to add anything else to my eyelid because I don't want to keep getting fallout after fallout. So I'm going to now do the lower lash line. I'm going to wipe off some of this powder and do the lower lash line. I'm going to go back in with Diet Root Beer from the Mini Controversy palette. I'm going to go back into the Huda palette and I'm going to pick up a little bit of Galaxy and just work that in my inner corner. So I'm going to use the Huda brush, the small silicone side. Now I'm going to pop off, do some mascara, eyeliner, and I will be back to give you guys my final thoughts. Alright guys, so this is the completed eye look using my two new silicone and sponge felt tip applicator brushes. What do you guys think about the look? I don't have a problem with the way the shadows performed, and that's not what we were testing out. What I wanted to find out today is which way or what type of applicator is best for applying those pressed glitters and beautiful shimmers that are in all of the latest palettes. And in looking at the NYX brush, in looking at the Huda Beauty Fender Blender, I personally feel I'm going to get more use out of the NYX brush. And I think because it is a dual silicone applicator, the two different sizes there, I like this so much better for applying those pressed glitters. I don't necessarily like it for applying the shimmers. I think that the Huda Beauty, the felt tip applicator, did a much better job at applying the shimmers, and it was just easier to blend out the shimmers versus using a silicone. You can't really blend that well with the silicone applicator. So I like the Huda. I'm keeping it, you know, I'm gonna be reaching for it, I'm gonna use it. I'm just a little nervous about this sponge part, the felt tip applicator part, because I don't want it to break up on me, and I'm not really sure on how to properly clean it. I don't have any concerns with the silicone part. I know that is not gonna break apart on me. It's just this felt tip applicator part that I'm a little nervous about, and that's why I'm gonna recommend the NYX one to you guys. Again, you can get this brush buy one get one half off or 30% off whenever Ulta is having, you know, their sales and stuff, and I just really enjoyed using this a little bit more than the Huda. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching another one of my videos. I hope you guys were able to pick up a few tips and tricks on how to apply your next glitter eyeshadow look. I will see you guys later. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, drink your water, and I will see you all real soon. Bye, guys.